Hello, and welcome to Word of Hope. I'm Brother Joe Trout, coming to you for Sunday of the second week in Advent. I'd like for us to ponder today this hope from St. Paul, that God, who has begun this great work in us, will bring it to completion. Now, one way to think about completion is the fulfillment of who and what we are supposed to be, what we are made to be, the fulfillment of the self. But as soon as you get to talking about the self, there are wildly conflicting notions of what fulfillment, completion of self could possibly be. And they go back a long ways. If you look back at moral philosophy and antiquity, there were two really major diverging approaches to virtue. For example, one side, more Stoic-based, would say that the greatest of virtues is temperance, that you have fulfillment when you have inner peace and tranquility, when within yourself you're not in turmoil. Right? Another side disagreed with that and said, actually, that's not really fulfillment. That's good and important, but virtues aren't enough. In fact, Aristotle, in his famous work, Nicomachean Ethics, one of the greatest works of moral philosophy out there, builds through virtue and emphasizes that we need to be good people and develop the right habits, and yet still says that is not enough for the happy life. He moves on from virtue to say no one would care about being a good person if they didn't also have friends and community and a society to be a part of, and then goes on to the contemplation of the divine. In other words, being a good person does not guarantee fulfillment in life. It does not guarantee reception of all the things that we long for. And this actually is the Christian view, that we are made for fulfillment that we cannot attain on our own. We are social creatures. We are made for something beyond us. Our hearts are restless until they rest in God. So, of course, morality matters, right? I spent many years as a morality teacher. I care very much that people strive to be good human beings. But we strive to be good human beings so that we can be worthy of the one that we love, that we can be good in relationships, that we can love one another well, and that when Christ comes in glory, when the voice crying out in the wilderness arrives, we'll be happy about it, because this is the kind of person we've become, the one who loves God and wants him to be here and loves our neighbor. To become the kind of people that can actually receive the completion that God offers to us. And it's not too hard to see around the world that most of us are longing for things that are not in our control. Most of us want harmony in our families, want good things for other people, want to see peace in the world, and we often look and see, I cannot do this on my own. That's the point of this season, that the Savior is coming. He is coming. He is going to bring this work to completion. And we hope and trust in him and become the kind of people he has called us to be. One day we will rejoice in his coming. And that, in fact, it's already happening now. Christ is already dwelling within us here and now, that we can find the fullness of life just a taste now and completion in the future. Right. Have a wonderful day. Prepare for the coming of Christ. God bless.